Good morning, class. This is my first video on this Indian polity. You all our guys can see that COVID-19 has delayed our education very much. So, taking the loss of the student, so I decided to send you some videos that can help you in doing your preparation. The Indian polity. This is the Indian polity book which I used to refer people who want to study Indian polity, but not that much important for you. If you want to read it, you can read it. I will add plus NCRTs also to this lectures. Basically, I use this book and NCRT too. Now, as in many of the batches I had already taken the class, to those in which batches I have not taken the class, I will start from the scratch and I will take you to the end. Usually, I hold a normal book in my left hand and in right hand I will hold the constitution book. As here you can see that this side will be a normal book and this side is the constitution book. You can see in normal book you will find introduction, index, chapter. In chapter you will find words, and to help you in normal book there are teachers to help you. Teachers' job is to help you to understand that what actually written in book is. In similar fashion, in constitution book there is preamble, which is equivalent to introduction. That the role of introduction is what? To introduce a book. The preamble in the same way introduce book in front of you. Now, if you talk about schedule, it's not actually an index, but schedule is somewhere at the back of the constitution book, which is some extra information about this book. One more thing I will like to tell you about the schedule. That earlier there were 8, but after 4 amendments, now the current constitution have 12 schedule. Parts are similar to chapters. You can say there will be different parts, and different parts will consider different articles. Like words in the constitution, articles are written from 1 to, and you can say 395 in the original book, but now it has increased because many parts have repealed from the constitution book and many new are added. So 448 is around in the current articles, you can say. Now, like I told you that teachers help in the normal book, the Supreme Court of India also helps in the similar fashion to read the Constitution of India. Whenever people find problem, they get to Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has a duty to solve this problem. Because of that only, Supreme Court is known as the guardian of the Constitution. Now, here you can find the actual Constitution book has been kept in the Parliament library. Here you can find that Modi is wasting to that Constitution book. This case is filled with helium to protect that book. And you can see here, sorry, this is the book in the case, helium case, and this actually book look like. This is a printed form basically, but the actual book, the original book is written something like this. You can see the book is handwritten. This question has came many times. Who actually wrote the Constitution of India? Then you will take Prem Bihari Narayan Rai Chata was the one who have written the Indian Constitution by his hand. His writing was damn good. You can see in this picture. You can zoom it also. See this article 19 about, and he is that person who has written it. Now the great person, that Bhimrao Ambedkar, Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, he is known as the father of the Indian Constitution, and then Constitution Day is celebrated on 26 November. You can find it why we have celebrated. As you all know, that we have completed on this day, 26 November 1949, we completed our Constitution. Now, from here I will move to my topic. That this from up to here, this was a little bit of introduction to introduce you the book actually look like. Now the first topic name is preamble. We will start from here. The preamble is, as I told you, is the introduction, is also known as summary of the Constitution. It's also known as ID card of the Constitution. N.K. Palkiwala was an eminent jurist who said first time that ID card of the Constitution to this preamble. Now, our preamble starts like in this way: we the people of India. We have adopted from America. The American Constitution also starts in the similar fashion: we the people of United States of America, something like this. Here the Hindi version, here this is the English version of this. Now I would like to tell you that actually as I told you, we adopted preamble from America, but the content which is in the preamble is taken from objective resolution, which was in the first meeting by Nehru in 1946. This objective resolution. You can see also objective resolution is simple sense direction given to the Indian constitution maker on the basis of which it has been written. You can see it. That's why it is later become preamble of our constitution, which have been a pet name ID card of the Indian constitution. You can read it. Now, as I told you that the picture I shown you over here, this side, this one is the original preamble. You can see very easily that socialist, secular and integrity word is missing. But after 42nd Amendment Act 1976, 3 new words were added. I intentionally underlined this word socialist, secular and this one integrity. I intentionally underline it. Why? Because after this amendment, these 3 words were added, which means earlier these words were not present in the Indian Constitution. You can see it. At the same time, I would like to tell you this small preamble has been containing 4 ingredients basically. The first very line, we the people of India, somewhere indicates the power of authority. From where this book is getting the authority power or source of authority has been written in the very first line. I will explain in the later slides. So I would like to giving a brief idea that what we are going to discuss in the later. And this line from here, so sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic and republic, from here these 5 words basically explain the nature of the Indian constitution कि हमारे Indian constitution का प्रगति कैसी है, हमारा behavior कैसा है Indian constitution का, that all about. Now later this word justice, liberty, equality and fraternity, all these 4 words is somewhere showing the objective of our state. What objective is of a state, these 4 words shows. And now in the last there is one date. That date is 26th November 1949. Here is the date that hereby adopt, enact and given to ourselves this constitution. You can see how beautiful this preamble is written. In the very beginning we said, we the people of India, having solemnly resolved the constitution into socialist, that is sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and in the end we are saying give to ourselves. It means we made it and we are giving to ourselves. This was I want to bring your notice on this. Now, as I told you, it consists 4 ingredients, or you can say 4 components of the preamble. First I talked about the source, the second I talked about the nature, objective, and then date. Here, the source, as I told you, the source of the constitution, what is? That is we the people of India. The phrase we the people of India emphasize that the constitution is made by the people and for the Indian people. This is the thing which I want to tell you. Now, nature. As I told you, the 5 words. Which are those 5 words? Sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. And now let us see that what this word actually mean. Now, sovereign, as I told you, that what sovereign means? Sovereign means that a country is free from internal and external forces. No one other one is going to tell you that what you have to do. You are completely free. This the sovereign means. And the socialist means a country where production, distribution, all these things is controlled by a state, or you can say by a government. But in India, this is not true. This is true in the western side. We took it from Russia, but in India it's a mixed economy. There is a part where government control, there is a part where private sectors come into picture and they play their role. Now the secular, what I will like to tell you, secular means divorce between state and religion, but at the same time Supreme Court in their verdict can completely say that this is Gandhian secularism. What does this mean? That whenever the state have to intervene in state feels to intervene in religious matter, it will intervene to resolve the problems. Now later, or basically if you want to say that in clear line, that here I used one line over this side, that preamble, it means that state will have no religion of its own. This is the exact definition of the secular for Indian perspective. Now democratic, very simple, that people will elect their representative, वो अपने उम्मीदवार खुद चुन सकते हैं. This democratic all about. Intensely I pasted this picture from Google, that this is the person, the people are by voting they elect a member of, you can say, MLA or MP, to which will represent these number of people. This is democratic. Now the word republic, this is quite a trickier, this can confuse you, that's why I used this flowchart to explain you. I did it that these are the people will elect what? Directly or indirectly the head of state. The head of state means the head of the country, that is president of India or president of the following country, whichever the country is republic. For example, I intentionally took two examples. If you will consider the example of direct, where people directly elect head of the state, the place is America. In America, the people vote directly for the president of the United States of America. And in India, we indirectly vote. There is one Coliseum for the election of president. They vote, and indirectly we have sent them to vote for the president. You can take it in this way. So what I mean about that, where the people are directly or indirectly electing head of a state, that country will be called as republic. Simple. And I use one more word, that for fixed period of time. I did it over here this side. That a democratic republic is an entity in which the head of state is elected directly or indirectly for a fixed period, for a fixed tenure, you can say. Now, what was all about? At the starting, I said that there are 4 ingredients. I talked about 2. I talked about source, that from where this book is getting this authority. I said, we the people of India, the first line, and then I said the second word, that is nature of an Indian state, that was 5 words. I explained that those 5 words also, those 5 words were socialist, that those 5 words: socialist, sovereign, secular, democratic and republic. These were the words. I explained you all. Now it's about turn of objective. The third thing, the third ingredient of this preamble is objective. The 4 words: justice, equality, liberty and fraternity. These are very simple word. Justice, it means न्याय का अधिकार सबको होना चाहिए, as simple as that. Equality, समानता होनी चाहिए. No one of us will like any type of inequality in the society. That's why the equality is the objective of a state. Liberty, सबको स्वतंत्रता होनी चाहिए. Fraternity, भाई society में brotherhood होनी चाहिए और भाईचारा होना चाहिए. This is the purpose, sole purpose. And the last thing, the 4th ingredient, that is date of its adoption. And I will spend a little more time on the date, because as I can see for n number of classes that people have a lot of confusion regarding the date, that what the date actually all about. I would like to underline also to many other words. For example, I am going to say date of adoption of the constitution is 26 November 1949. Till this date, constitution was ready. You can say, I will say use this word, but came into force on 26 January 1950. You can say that we celebrate Republic Day on 26 January, but at the same time I want to tell you, if I say came into force, that doesn't mean that on 26 November 1949 no articles has been came into force. This was not true. Many articles like Article 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4, 60, 364, 366, these articles came into force at once. It means 26 November 1949 को भी कुछ articles force में आ गए थे. This need to be understood by you, because if in options this statement will be used that on 26 November 1949 some articles were in force, you have to take that option. Now, and why we have to think a little bit that if 26 November 1949 the constitution was ready and some articles were into force, then why the rest of the part of the articles was not in the picture? This is only because in the last line I have answered this question also. 26th January was selected for the purpose because it was this date in 1930 when declared the Indian independence. It means Purna Swaraj was proclaimed by Indian National Congress. It means on 26th January 1930 they asked for Purna Swaraj. Before this they were asking for independence, but under the umbrella of British they were asking for. Now they were asking for Purna Swaraj. That's why this was the date when they intensely wanted that this date should be selected for where there should be given a Purna Swaraj to Indians. This was the purpose, sole purpose of this. Now, at the end, I want to explain you this two case, Berubari case and Kesavan Bharti case. Why I want to explain you this also? Simple meaning. Berubari case, that was the prominent case of that time where we have exchanged a piece of land from Bangladesh. But in this case, there was a verdict which is for this chapter. This is important. That is, the preamble is not the part of the constitution. In this case, the judgment has been came. But this judgment will be changed in future. You can say in 1973, that no, preamble is the part of constitution, but it will be not justiciable. You cannot bring in front of court for this. And one more thing I want to add is this Kesavan Bharti case was the 13 judges bench, which up to now is the highest judges bench. This question can be also asked too. Now I will end from here. From here I will, in the next class we will continue from schedule, and after schedule we will jump to that historical background where we will talk about the company rule and crown rule, and after that further we will move part 1, part 2 as future. If it is beneficial to you all, then I will make, otherwise we will see you in the class only. Bye.